Good morning. I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive. We're here in the Westchester County Correctional Facility to highlight a very innovative program that is done with our partner at Manhattan College, a program that gives an opportunity for those who are incarcerated here to take college courses and receive credit that would ultimately, we hope, lead for them for higher education degrees. I'm going to let the heavy lifting be done by the president of Manhattan College and the professor who know the program much better than I do and can describe it and what the hope is. But from a governmental standpoint, what we're hoping to do inside this facility is to change people's lives and to help them achieve a better life when they leave here. A jail has a limited period of time for those to be here, whether they're awaiting a trial, awaiting sentencing, or required to serve at least a year in incarceration. And we want to try to make that experience one that it leads them to a better life and leads them to have no reason to ever be back inside these walls. Our fondest wish would be that we say goodbye and then we see them again on the outside as productive citizens, as neighbors, and as friends with a fresh start on life. But that doesn't happen automatically, and this particular program, because of its the willingness of having a partner with the respect that we have for Manhattan College, makes this really a very viable and vibrant program. So I'm going to turn this over to our Commissioner of Corrections, Joseph Spano, who will take it from there, and then we'll go on to introduce our friends from Manhattan College. Commissioner Spano.
Thank you, County Executive. Good morning, everyone. This is an exciting time for us, and I often say when we add another program that we're adding another piece to the very complex rehabilitation puzzle. And to the credit of this department, we have a lot of those pieces in place. And I double-checked with our Director of Program Services today to confirm that this is the 25th active program that we're providing here at the Westchester County Jail. And that's a lot for a local jail. But you heard the county executive talk about, changing lives, and we do the treatment and programming because it aligns with our mission. Our mission to make sure that we do everything on the treatment and rehabilitation side to ensure that when a young man or a young woman re-enters their community, they're better prepared to be a productive member of that community. And this particular program is groundbreaking for us because although we have many programs in place, it's the first time we've offered a 3-credit college course, and in this case, criminal justice ethics course, and I know Professor Scott Nicky is going to talk about that in greater detail. So it's groundbreaking for us. It's very unique as well. We're co-mingling our students, male and female, and we have representatives from Manhattan College campus coming in here once a week to participate with the classroom activity. And it's a real privilege to have those individuals coming here because as much as you're getting out of this program, and I know you will be getting a lot out of this program, I anticipate that those individuals will get a lot from this program as well. It's important to note that this program is not costing our department any money. It's not costing these young men and women any money. And it has a community component. If you successfully complete this 3-credit course, you will have an opportunity to attend 4 more courses on the Manhattan campus. No cost to any one of you. And we cannot thank the folks from Manhattan College enough for having the vision, and for having that commitment to changing lives, because that's what they're doing here. And if you successfully complete those 4 courses, you will have an opportunity to apply for full matriculation and be eligible for scholarships and other funding. It's a fabulous opportunity, and I'm really hopeful that all of you take full advantage of it. And again, thank you to our friends in Manhattan College. It's a partnership that we're really proud of. We hope that other area colleges take notice and step up and offer similar and alike programs. But for now, we're celebrating the partnership with Manhattan College. And to that note, I will introduce Professor Scott Nicky.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Spanner. It's such a joy to be here, my friends, and to have this opportunity to be the first college class here at Westchester. We also had 6 years ago the honor of being the first college class at Rikers Island. So what we've started at Manhattan College, we hope will be a trend, and a vital one. It's not only a moral trend, it's a socially responsible trend. It's a trend that's completely in coherence with our mission. We're LaSallian Christian Brothers School, and the founder, the remote founder of our college, Jean-Baptiste de LaSalle, founded an order of brothers whose commitment was to help people get a college education and a general education who might not otherwise have that chance. And when I first approached President O'Donnell 6 years ago with the idea that we begin this program at Rikers Island, he jumped up right on board. And it has not been without sacrifice on the part of our administration, particularly financially, but because President O'Donnell is so committed to our vision, we believe the funding will come if we simply do the right thing, and there's no better thing than what we're doing. Just a couple quick statistics to tell you the urgency, the necessity, and the originality of our program. 12 million people go to jail in America every year. Every single day, 34,000 people are released from jail. Of those 34,000, chronic education is the biographical description of the vast majority. Bruce Western at Harvard did a study. I was on a panel with him a while ago. He said if a young black man drops out of high school, he has a 75% chance of going to prison. And yet, of those 12 million people, only 14% have access to education, which has been proven time and time again. The single most important factor in redirecting a life course, in envisioning a young man or a young woman to see beyond poverty and imprisonment and meaningless jobs, or God forbid, an early death or life in prison. And so what we have done is said this program to educate isn't just a gift to these young people, it's a gift to our entire society. And as you said so well, Commissioner Spano, if we can inspire more and more institutions, 52% of county prisoners get access to education, only 14% of those in jail. And I'm going to say quickly, I have never been, and I've been at this business, well, I'm old enough to be these students' grandfather, and all those years I've been working in jails and prisons in the United States, I have never, and I say this categorically, never been in an institution with a greater commitment to care for the men and women in custody here. And so my heartfelt gratitude to you, County Executive, for your leadership, Commissioner Spano, Deputy Warden Molina, Ms. Padilla, the head of program, so many, Warden Macchio, so many people here. I have never been so well received. We are thrilled. We are going to begin this partnership. We're going to sustain this partnership, and we're going to change the lives together of many, many young men and women in Westchester County.
Next, we have with us the president of Manhattan College, Dr. Brendan O'Donnell. His leadership at that institution has really been striking. All of us across the metropolitan area have remarked what a change he's brought and what an advancement he has. We're very honored to have him here with us in Westchester.
Thank you so much. And I think that you can hear in Professor Scott Nicky's remarks and the way that they were delivered and the passion with which they were delivered, that this wasn't a hard thing for me to get on board with. As he said, this is at the heart and soul of our mission as a LaSallian Catholic college. As Professor Scott Nicky said so eloquently, this is really what we were founded to do. We were founded to provide hope and a pathway to inclusion in the wider society, knowing full well that education is the most important vehicle that we have for bettering our society. And so today and this morning, and for the coming days during your class, when you're struggling through your philosophy and your religious studies and all the work that you're going to do, because it is going to be college level work, it's going to be rigorous. We hope that you keep on that path and you keep moving forward, and we hope to see you in Riverdale eventually upon your completion here. and welcoming you into our community as Jaspers. Just a final note, Professor Scott Nickey just really touched me when he talked about the particular affinity that this program in Manhattan College has with this institution. As I was walking in this morning, I was really struck by what he called the culture of care here. You can feel it when you get, and I've been to other facilities, so I have something to compare it to. The culture of care is really palpable here. And that's something that we take very, very seriously in our educational tradition. When you come to our campus, you walk into our main building, the Student Commons, and you see in big letters up above the security desk a quotation from John Baptist de La Salle that we use as kind of our guide star at the college. And it says, "You can perform miracles by touching the hearts of those entrusted to your care." And that's what I have a sense that you are doing here every day, the people who work in this facility. That's what we do at Manhattan College, and I think this is a great partnership. So, good luck.
Thank you.
Since this is a press conference, we'll take a couple of questions from the press. Obviously, you've done some interviews separately, and that's probably where most of the story is. Just one more personal note before we go to questions. I'm very fortunate to be county executive. This is fairly early in my term, and it's in some ways kind of amazing for me that I have this opportunity. I grew up on the south side of Mount Vernon. I don't know where our students come from and what their backgrounds have been, but I grew up in a neighborhood that was pretty poor. I was the only white kid in the neighborhood. It was an African-American neighborhood. And there were lots of different challenges. There was, issues of poverty everywhere. But the one thing that I always thought was the hardest problem that all of us, as the element of those of us who were young, who were kids, faced, was the ability to believe that you could have a better life growing up in a bad neighborhood, growing up around difficulties and problems. And some of my friends had family problems that exacerbated all of those other things. It was to believe that something better could happen, because what you would see around you was bad things happening, and things happening to people, and you would assume that that would be the fate of all of us. And some of those friends that I grew up with in that neighborhood made it out of there, made successes, and some of them didn't. And it was, when I hear the stories of those friends of mine who died for one reason or another, just as Professor Scott Nickey said, all the different possible outcomes that could come, I realized that the biggest battle is the first battle, which is believing in yourself, that you can get through whatever your moment is right now, and you can get to a better place. And it isn't us doing it for you, it's you doing it for you. It's you believing that inside of you, whatever your demographics are, whatever your skin color is, that inside of you is something that's greater and will achieve over time. And that's what makes this program, I think, so helpful. So I'm very happy to share that this moment with you, and also with the professionals, the commissioner, the deputy commissioners that have really made this a terrific institution. So with that, I'll stop, see if we have any questions from the press.
How many individuals is this available to? Are there qualifications to be in this classroom?
Yes,
So Deputy Commissioner Lou Molina.
yeah, certainly, because it's a college course, our graduates have to meet high school requirements of having a high school equivalency diploma, and there's other factors that are taken into consideration, like you would consider any applicant to higher education.
Gotcha. And so there are plus 6 or 7 in this class?
We have 4 DOC students,
Okay.
and we have 1 Manhattan College student that's attending.
Gotcha. And for the professor, how is teaching in this environment different than teaching in a regular, I don't want to say regular, but an outside classroom environment?
In many ways, it's similar because people never change. From generation to generation, the human heart is always the same. The longing to be able to fulfill one's dreams, or at least one's most cherished talents, that doesn't change. What I think there's here, though, is one is a sense of urgency that we see here. The average 18-year-old in any college in America probably sees a future without any major complications. God knows they'll run into them, but most 18-year-olds think they're invincible. And so it's not that I have to tell them, get an education because you don't know how hard life is. I think those of you who are parents know that kids just aren't going to listen to that. But what happens is these people have suffered, and suffering changes things. There's a lot of suffering in the lives of the men and women that I've served in many institutions, and now our 7th year at Rikers, and thank God our first of many here at Westchester. And what you see is a hunger, a sense that this is real and this is serious. And if this opportunity, this door of opportunity is knocking, it may not knock again. So I think that sense of urgency and that sense of appreciation for the gift that the Department of Corrections at Westchester and Manhattan College have made available, I think creates an atmosphere of gratitude and a serious academic pursuit.
Without any other questions, thank you very much. Again, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be with you, and Deputy Commissioner, and to the Professor as
Thank
well
you
for
so
your
much.
outstanding work.
Executive
And obviously, we're very honored to have you here, Mr. Professor.